Hello everyone. Say anything to anybody?
Hello.
Got the hills in the distance. More climbing. Yeah, imagine living here, huh? No easy way to get here. Interesting. Yeah, used to be a structure here you can see from the posts. Maybe it burnt down. You just got to pay attention because these stairs have some very slippery stuff on them, and you don't want to be rolling down this hill. So there are stairs there right into the fence. I assume that goes over to that, well, it used to. Now it goes down here. Not sure what I'm going to find down here. It's my first time down here. Oh, as I am not paying attention. It's where the kids come down with a six-pack of beer and swim. I think there's a swimming area up here. Maybe. You just don't want any dogs. I don't want any dogs. I'm gonna, my shoelace just came undone. I'm gonna tie this. This is the problem with new shoes. The shoelaces never cooperate. I'm surprised they actually had a toilet right into the river. Huh. Yeah. Coach down here. Wonder why. I think there's people living here. Just got to be very, very careful. Because you never know. I mean, Mexico is a little bit safer than maybe the U.S. at this point in time. Wow, look at that. That is definitely not swimmable. And in new shoes, I'm not going to go up on the rocks because I don't know how they'll behave. Well, this rock I'll go up on, but not those. Nice and cool here. Looks like there might be some swimming up there if you don't get pulled in. Looks calm to the right. I'll check it out in a minute if there's a path. Just got to be careful on these rocks. This goes right down to my hotel. A lot of times in the rivers, they will set up a rope system where they have a rope. I've seen this in Mexico. I haven't seen it here, but I've seen it in other parts of Mexico. And they put a rope across the river in case somebody gets swept away. Oh, that's what I was talking about. These rocks, they don't look slippery, but I don't think my tread on these shoes is very good in wet conditions. And it's good to learn it now. Yeah, if somebody packed all this away, it would be actually a very nice place to take people. Assuming they made it a little bit easier to get here. Definitely not wheelchair accessible. Yeah. Yeah. And not a big fan of these shoes. Maybe when they use them for jumping, swinging. Yep, this shoelaces, I gotta cut them. Alright, I'm gonna sign off here before I kill myself in these shoelaces. Yeah, you could definitely spend a few hours here. Look at how the water, that's more dangerous than it looks. See how it traps the water there? It's possible that you could get stuck down there. Happens to kayakers a lot. They get stuck down and they get stuck on the bottom and they can't come up and they drown. Trapped in their boats. Some of those boats, they make them so it's very difficult to get out of. This big tree. And because it's not easy to get down here, that's probably why you don't have people down here. You know, you're not going to bring young kids down here, that's for sure. You know, on my trips, I always break things and lose things. That's why I don't invest in real expensive equipment. Yeah, that's down to the water. There's no path there that I see. And I don't trust these shoes now. So there must be a way around here, I imagine. Yep. Mud. Yeah. As the, oh, f***ing A. These f***ing plants have these sharp spikes in them. But it dug into my pants, not into my, I'm gonna sign off. I'm gonna need both hands in case I slip. I don't see a way. That happened in Romancing the Stone, the movie too. They're standing there and they get so much rain, it turns the cliff to mud, and they both go for a ride. Alright, signing off here. Yeah, if I had a machete it would have been simple. See the rain dripping down from up there. Must be something up there, some sort of... Well, you can ride down that, get one of those boogie boards. Come right around. Yeah, if you take the correct safety precautions, it's all doable. But wow, look at that. Beautiful. We'll go in here, sit on the rock. Wow, that's beautiful. You could even swim right in here. What you do is you put up one of those ropes I talked about right across, right here. Tie it off on that tree, and if you start going, beautiful. You have to take very slow, deliberate steps because I've already had these vines stick to me twice. And if they're big enough, and even this, you can see these have little thorns on them. And if it whacks across your face, whack. And then you gotta watch over your shoelaces. Oh, and these are all thorns in this one too. Ay, ay, ay. Oh, nice little private beach right here. I mean, you could definitely swim across this, no problem. It would be a lot of fun. But I usually don't go into water like this alone. As a general guideline, I mean, I have gone out into the Pacific alone, which is kind of stupid, thinking back on it. All right, I'm going to jump to that rock right there, the dry one. I'm going to put my phone away in case I need my hands. Yeah, it'd be nice if I found a different way out. Now I have, from the book, the story from the book, I had to escape out of this dangerous situation, or what, and I ran for the river, and then I just followed the river back to the hotel. Probably wasn't too bright. Now I'm committed. Yeah, I just keep my weight very low to the ground, as low as I can go, because I don't trust the shoes, and I trust my ass more than I trust the shoes. And I really don't want to go in the river in these shoes, especially with my phone. Yeah, you don't want to go into that. That's deeper than it looks. And with that water, I did slip, and I started to go, and I was able to grab just before I went into the water, because I saw this path here, and I'm committed now. I'm going this way. If I have to go back the other way, well, I can. I just would prefer not to. A machete would help. Oh, all right, I need hands. I almost slipped and fell. It's all right, there's no time limit. I can just take my time, make sure my feet are firmly planted, no rush. It's not difficult from the standpoint of having to pick your body weight up and carry it 100 feet. You just gotta make sure. There we go. There we go, a dried out river, just when it rains. Excellent. See, I don't have to climb up that thing, hopefully. That would not be pleasant. All right, signing off. Yeah, I was going to jump from this rock to that rock. And I said, you know, that's assuming that the rock is stable, number one. And number two, it's assuming that I won't slip on the rock. Because these shoes have proven they're absolutely useless. Absolutely useless. It has a tread, but whatever material this tread's made of, it turns to like ice when it's wet ground. So, yeah, so I was on that road. I was gonna just jump right there, but I said, you know what? I don't trust it, and I stepped down there, and I slipped, and I was like, yep, it was a good call, and I'm gonna need both hands. Signing off. Woo-wee. Nice and cool now. That breeze off the water. When I looked at the map, I saw a couple miles upstream. When you leave town, it said there was another path down to the river. So, if I can follow along the river like this, that would be excellent. That would be excellent. Now, this is easy. This I would very greatly appreciate if it was like this. As long as you don't get stuck. The thing you have to be careful of is you don't get stuck between two rivers, but obviously I'm not, because that other one is dry, and if it does get wet up here, I can always turn around and come back. It's beautiful out here though. Isn't this awesome? If this was easy to get to, you know, you could bring somebody here on a picnic. Now maybe it is. Maybe up ahead I will find this luxurious staircase down to the river, and I'll be like, oh, what an idiot. I could have just come here. Look, there's a nice seat right there. Now I'm above the falls, these falls. Now it's relaxing because I know I'm not gonna, what I don't want to do is slip, knock out my teeth, slip, fall into the river. I've already slipped. These pants are gonna have to get washed because it's full of mud and plants and everything else I've walked through and fallen on. Yeah, as I get older, yeah, I don't enjoy that as much as I, you know, back I used to go out and stay in the woods for days at a time and get grimy, greasy. Now, I prefer to be in a bed at night, warm bed at night. Look at that stream up there, way up at the end. That is flowing fast. Wow, that must be very narrow up there. Well, hopefully we'll get to see. Maybe I'll get a view of that house that I saw on that side of the river up in the hills there. I don't think so because I'm too low. Yeah, I wouldn't want to kayak down this. Not unless I had full armor. Boy, you'll definitely get bashed. Aguas. Be aware of falling rocks. That won't hurt. That will hurt. There's that rock. So these rocks prevent the water. They must have been placed there, and only on a very high river does that go in there. That's what I would assume based on what I see. Oh, woo-wee! Wow. Oh man, that's gonna hurt. And you need gloves. I put my hand to move that out of the way. Bad call. Now my left hand is on fire. Woo-wee! And they're so small, the barbs are so small, you can't grab them and pull them out, so the body's just going to have to digest them. Wow. Might stick it in the cold water there. The water is as cold as you'd expect. Very refreshing. It's like ice cold. And, oh, that feels so good on the hand. Leave it there a minute. Whew. I'm not drinking it, but putting it on my face. Whew. Yeah, I'm not going to go over there. I'm tempted. Well, maybe. Signing off. My hand is throbbing. Woo. Right. Hopefully these rocks. Okay. Well, the bad news is there's no path. That's what I was afraid of. I'll take a look, but I see those rocks right behind the trees jutting out into the river. See, these are the challenges the first time you do anything, because I wouldn't mind walking along here in the water if I knew there was some sort of path. The problem is you may just have to turn around and walk back the way you came, and then your shoes are soaked. The mistake I made, if I knew I was coming here, I have some waterproof, like, not waterproof, but, you know, those beach shoes that have a rubber bottom on them. Instead of walking, you don't want to be walking on these rocks. And if you do get pulled in, you want something on your feet so you can kick off of rocks. Yeah, I'm gonna vote to go back at this point. Yeah, if there were some rocks along there, I might try it, but you can see that rock sticking out right there. Obviously, an emergency, you'd go, but this is an emergency. All right, well, we'll climb out under this rock, and you can see from where that water's coming, and to see how it bounces in there and bounces off the wall. There's no path there. You could cross the river and see if you have a path, but then you'd have to cross back because there's no bridge. Not near here. Well, we gave it a good shot. All right, signing off. Yeah, I can't see the sky, but you do not want to be here if rain's coming. So I think I'm gonna head back while it's still. Yeah, these things get stuck to your legs and your socks, and they trip you. So you got to go extra, extra slow. And I'm going down this on my ass, I'm pretty sure. Because the problem is, that's why going up is easier than going down, because when you go down, the center of gravity is much more challenging. All right, signing off. Yeah, I'm not too proud to go down on my ass. Let me rephrase that. I'm not too proud to go down on my butt. Woo-wee! Because I'm not going in that if I can avoid it. This is a tricky set. There's about 3 or 4 tricky sections going back, and I'm hoping because I did them this way, it'll be easier. Gorgeous. That looks easy, doesn't it? My shoes were slipping on that, so I came down on my ass. My ass is completely soaked. But, just gotta be careful here, because these shoes will betray. Alright, I'm gonna sign off. Now I have to remember exactly how I went back. Pretty sure this is the way. Yeah, very nice. I could spend a whole afternoon here. Well, the path I had used had disappeared, and I was on the wrong path. And I looked down and I saw this opening right there. And boy, I ended up sliding down like they did in the movie. Slid down about 15 feet down a muddy, right into a tree, which didn't feel too good on the, it was on the side there on my back. I think I'm just gonna rest here for a minute. Whew. I don't know. I'll see it when I take my pants off, but I assume they're filthy. I needed to find a laundry anyways. Don't think I can wash these in the sink with all this dirt. I've been trying to avoid rubbing up against any plants, but obviously easier said than done because I don't know these plants well enough. But typically shiny leaves a lot of times have like the oil on them that transfers to your body. But I am very tempted to jump in this water. But you can look at the eddy there. See that eddy current? Because of that, yeah, this is not the place to do it right here. Also, thing you gotta be careful when you're alone, when you're hot or overheated and you jump in ice cold water, some people, it will cause temporary paralysis, will shock you where you freeze, and obviously if you're in this water you drown. So it's something I've always been aware of, because do I think my body's gonna react that way? No, I don't. But if I'm wrong, then you pay the ultimate sacrifice for being wrong. Risk reward, not worth the risk. Not for me. Alright, there's that house. So I'm almost back. I've just got to, I can see the path right there. So the hard part, I believe, is over. There are a couple obstacles that, it's not that they're super difficult. The problem is when you have nothing to grab onto that you can trust. You know, you pull on a vine, the vine pulls out, and you go free falling. Yeah. And again, I don't think I'd die if I fell in, but you just never know. Now I'm looking at these things. You know, there's definitely swings where you swing off. What you do is you probably swing off, go over, jump on this one, and they probably, you know, the problem is if you don't have a rope on it, you know, you're going to have some sort of stick or something to grab onto that. All right, let's see it. Yeah, the funny thing is I had long sleeves on, and I was walking out the door, and I said, it's going to be a hot day today. What do I need long sleeves for? Well, they definitely would have come in handy today. Dumbass. Woo-wee. I'll definitely have to get the story on why these are abandoned. There's a door there. Yeah, it probably would hold me. Huh. Wow. If I can even get up there. This hill underneath me is... Oh boy, that's a rotted board. Well, I'm sure those would hold me, but it's not worth it. Don't get... The views... Yeah. That wouldn't kill you, but it wouldn't be fun. Yeah, I'm not going to do it. It looks like concrete. Let me see if I go this way. Looks like it is the kitchen or the bathroom. See, this is the cross beam right here. I can see the nails. Wow, imagine waking up to this. Just gotta take your steps very slowly, test it before you place your weight. And I'm gonna go back the way I came. See, I've been around Mexico and China long enough to know that there are people living in these places, and I didn't want to put the camera in his face. Not that I have a problem doing it, but I talked to him for about 10 minutes. Yeah, I said, what the hell are you doing here, man? He's fixing the place up. He's painting it right now. And I'm like, you know, I mean, I'm not the world's best construction guy, but I've done enough. For me, I leave the painting till the end, unless it's got to be painted, you know, where it's going to be covered or something. But it's like putting the cart before the horses, they say. Now, according to him, people lived here 3 years ago in these houses. No way. That's a lot more than 3 years. I don't think he...